Welcome back to our channel. Introduction overview of the U.S. penny. Importance of minting years. What determines a coin's value? Historical context. Brief history of the penny in the USA. Changes in design and composition over time. The significance of the 1990 penny in numismatics. Minting details for the 1990 penny. Mintage numbers for circulation and proof coins. Mint facilities involved Philadelphia, Denver. Composition of the 1990 penny. Copper versus zinc. Current market value. Typical value and circulation values for uncirculated and proof specimens. Auction results and recent sales data. Factors affecting coin value. Condition. Grade, rarity, mintage and demand. Historical significance. Market trends and collector interest. How to appraise a 1990 penny. Tips for collectors. Resources for valuation. Coin dealers. Online resources. Grading systems. Scale from poor to MS70. Collectible variants. Errors and varieties from the 1990 penny. The significance of the S mint mark versus the P and D. Conclusion. Final thoughts on the 1990 penny as part of a collection. Future potential. Value based on market trends. In-depth discussion. The 1-cent coin, commonly known as the penny, has been a fundamental part of the United States monetary system since its inception. Coins are often valued based on their minting year, rarity, and overall condition. Understanding the intricacies of the 1990 penny allows collectors to appreciate its place within American numismatic history. Historical context. The penny has undergone various transformations since its introduction in 1793. The 1990 penny is especially interesting as it represents a transitional era before major changes in coinage composition occurred in 1982 when the U.S. began producing pennies primarily from zinc with a copper coating. The 1990 penny is predominantly made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, showcasing the shift in materials due to economic factors. Minting details for the 1990 penny. In 1990, the U.S. Mint produced a significant number of pennies. The Philadelphia Mint No Mint mark and the Denver Mint D Mint mark were primarily responsible for issuing these coins. Philadelphia Mint circulation approximately 1.4 billion. Denver Mint circulation approximately 1.6 billion. Proof coins approximately 2 million were produced primarily for collectors. The design for all 1990 pennies features the familiar obverse of President Abraham Lincoln and the reverse depicting the Lincoln Memorial, continuing the tradition established since 1959. Current market value. Typically, a circulated 1990 penny can be found in pocket change and holds a nominal value of 1 cent. However, uncirculated specimens are valued higher depending on their conditions. Circulated grades AG to VF typically worth face value to 10-15 cents. Uncirculated MS and above, depending on the grade, these can range from 20 cents to several dollars. Proof coins generally start at $2 and can go higher for exceptional condition or unique varieties. Factors affecting coin values. Several elements affect the overall value of the 1990 penny. Condition coins are graded from poor AG to mint state MS. The higher the grade, the more a coin is worth. The rarity. Circulated coins are abundant, while uncirculated or proof examples can be more sought after. Market trends. Collectability can fluctuate based on silver prices, market demand, and economic conditions. How to appraise a 1990 penny. Assessing the value of your penny involves examining its physical condition and understanding grading systems. Resources like the Red Book, a guidebook of United States coins, offer insights into pricing and grading. Seeking the advice of experienced coin dealers or participating in local coin shows can also provide valuable information. Collectible varieties. The 1990 penny includes notable varieties such as those with an S mint mark, which were primarily produced for collectors as proof coins. These variants often have a higher demand and value due to their limited mintage compared to the more common P and D mint marked coins. Conclusion. The 1990 penny, while not rare in circulation, presents opportunities for collectors interested in uncirculated specimens and proof coins. Keeping an eye on market trends and the historical significance of such coins can provide insights into their potential future value, making them a valuable addition to any collection. Economic landscape. The 1990s began with a mild recession that lasted from July 1990 to March 1991. This downturn was characterized by rising unemployment and a slump in consumer confidence. However, the economy rebounded strongly, leading to a period of unprecedented economic expansion. Factors contributing to this growth included technological advancements. The rise of personal computing and the internet revolutionized industries, leading to significant productivity gains. Globalization. Trade agreements like the North American Free Trade Agreement (NAFTA), which was implemented in 1994, opened new markets for American goods and services. The dot-com boom. The latter half of the decade saw the rise of internet-based companies, driving stock market gains and creating new economic paradigms. Political developments. The 1990s were marked by significant political evure. Presidency of Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton's administration 1993-01 focused on economic reform, health care, and welfare reform. His policies, such as the Balanced Budget Act of 1997, contributed to a budget surplus by the end of his presidency. End of the Cold War. The fall of the Soviet Union in 1991 marked a significant geopolitical shift, leading to a new world order and a focus on international terrorism as a primary security threat. Impeachment. Clinton faced impeachment proceedings in 1998 over charges of perjury and obstruction of justice related to his extramarital affair with Monica Lewinsky. He was acquitted by the Senate. Social issues. The 1990s as also saw a rise in social movements and changes in demographics. Civil rights movements. The decade witnessed continued struggles for racial and gender equality. The Los Angeles riots in 1992 highlighted ongoing racial tensions, while initiatives for LGBTQ rights gained momentum. Welfare reform. In 1996, the Personal Responsibility and Work Opportunity Reconciliation Act restructured welfare in the U.S., placing a greater emphasis on work and personal responsibility. Gun control and violence. High-profile incidents like the Oklahoma City bombing in 1995 and the Columbine high school shooting in 1999 reignited debates about gun control and violence in American society. Cultural shifts. The 1990s were rich in cultural evolution. Music. The decade saw the rise of diverse music genres from grunge, Nirvana, Pearl Jam, and hip-hop. TLC to Pac, Shocker, Notorious B.I.G. to pop superstars, Britney Spears, Backstreet Boys. Television. Popular shows like Friends, The X-Files, and The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air transformed television entertainment. The decade also marked the rise of reality television. Fashion. The grunge look, characterized by flannel shirts and baggy jeans, emerged, alongside more polished styles epitomized by icons such as Princess Diana and models like Naomi Campbell. Technological advancements. The 1990s were pivotal for technology. Internet proliferation. The commercial internet became mainstream, leading to an explosion of information access and e-commerce. Mobile technology. The advent of mobile phones began to reshape communication and social interaction. Video gaming. The release of consoles like the Sony PlayStation and Nintendo 64 marked significant advancements in the gaming industry, leading to a new cultural phenomenon. Conclusion. The 1990s were a defining era in U.S. history, characterized by economic prosperity, technological innovation, cultural shifts, and significant political developments. The effects of this decade can still be felt today, influencing contemporary social norms, economic policies, and political landscapes. In retrospect, the U.S. during the 1990s was a mosaic of challenges and triumphs intricately woven into the fabric of American identity. The decade set the stage for the complexities of the 21st century with lasting influences that continue to shape the nation's trajectory. Historical context of coinage in the 1990s. The 1990s were an important time for U.S. coinage, marked by various changes in design, production, technology, and cultural significance. The decade was influenced by economic factors such as inflation, foreign trade, and changes in the commodities market, particularly in precious metals, mint releases, and designs. The Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909. In 1990, it continued to be a symbol of American heritage. The design featuring President Abraham Lincoln was well recognized. The Jefferson nickel. The Jefferson nickel has undergone several design changes since its introduction. In 1938 and 1990, it retained the classic portrayal of Thomas Jefferson with Monticello on the reverse. The Roosevelt dime, also unchanged in 1990. The Roosevelt dime honored President Franklin D. Roosevelt and was characterized by its smaller size as compared to earlier coins. The Washington quarter. The quarter featured the traditional design honoring George Washington. The state quarter program would begin later in 1999, but the classic design was important in the years preceding its transformation. The Kennedy half dollar. The Kennedy half dollar was still widely circulated, introduced in 1964. It commemorated John F. Kennedy after his assassination. The design reflected a modern aesthetic in coinage. The Sacagawea dollar. Although the Sacagawea dollar was not released until 2000, there was already discussion about shifting to non-bimetallic coins to replace the dollar bill. Technological advances in coin production. The 1990s saw advancements in coin production. The U.S. Mint adopted more sophisticated technologies to reduce costs and improve the quality and security of coins. This included enhanced engraving techniques and better quality control measures to ensure the coin's uniformity. Collecting and numismatic trends. The 1990s experienced a resurgence in coin collecting or numismatics. Several factors influenced this, including the rise of the internet made it easier for collectors to connect and trade. The popularity of the American silver eagle, a bullion coin introduced in 1986, contributed significantly to collecting trends. Various state commemorative coins and other series, like the 50 State Quarters program, began generating interest in coin collecting as a hobby. Economic factors influencing coinage. The 1990s were marked by economic prosperity in the U.S., especially during the latter part of the decade. This prosperity influenced the demand for coins as the circulation of coins was intertwined with retail and consumer habits. The decade experienced a shift from cash transactions to electronic payments, subtly affecting how coinage was perceived. Cultural and social significance. U.S. coins in the 1990s served as more than just currency. They were a representation of American identity and heritage. Events such as the fall of the Berlin Wall and the Gulf War influenced public sentiment, which was often reflected in the themes and symbols used in coinage. Conclusion. The landscape of U.S. coinage in the 1990s laid the groundwork for many of the trends and changes that came in the 21st century. The decade was significant not only for the evolution of design and technology, but also for the cultural relevance of coins as representations of American history and values. Further exploration. If you would like a specific section expanded or have other areas of interest regarding U.S. coins, please let me know. Thanks for watching my videos, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and press the bell icon.